Hey, Dan the Rockman, and I am here in the shop area, and what I wanted to do was do a update on my sanding and polishing machine. Okay. So last time you saw it, I think I just had this. I didn't have the splash plates. I'm trying to keep this straight so you can kind of see it. I'm going to change the side here. But let's kind of go over what we did on the adjustment. Okay, just a minute. I am back now. Okay, so I went ahead and I picked up my splash guards right here. And what I did was I went ahead and put in these posts. And if you can kind of see, let me kind of show you. I kind of wedged it in there. And that's so that it'll hold. And I screwed the this top plate into the board right there. And then I have screws down here holding the bottom piece. There's a little hole in the very back. I just used a piece of duct tape to cover it up. It's for like a screw to hold it or something. Okay. As you can see, it's been used a little bit of water. Okay, now something that I discovered later on was when you're running it and the water's flowing out, if I didn't have this on, it would just splash out onto the floor, you know, much further than the guard, the shield catching it. So I went ahead and I used rubber bands and put this on. Now one of the things that I do is in between grit changes, I go ahead and I wash this out because I don't want any leftover pieces that have gotten caught on it to contaminate my sanding on the next one. So originally what I did was I had two expandable drums. They're 3" by 8" on here. And it was just taking so long to get things sanded down at an angle. So whenever I have a piece of rock and I'm trying to get that dome put on it, okay, the expandable drum has 100 grit, okay, and these things will wear out, so I change them quite a bit and that. But I went ahead and I bought a diamond embedded, it's a 2" by 8" wheel, okay, and I went ahead and I put that on, and boy, I tell you, it really makes a difference. So I can get, and you see the bolting there, I can get rocks, you know, cut out really fast. The other day I think I got like 23 of them done within like an hour as far as getting them shaped for the initial dome and cleaning them off. Okay, so that's pretty good. So if you're looking for fast production, I would definitely go with a diamond embedded wheel to get that. You have to really be careful. This is a 60 grit, so it eats it fast. But I wanted to start with something pretty coarse because over time that's going to get worn down and that. So, you know, in time it'll be like 100 grit and that, but that'll still be good. Now the water system that I've got set up is just like a 1/4" hose that I come and I switch this out between this drum and the other, and I just got a piece of tape holding it up there. You already have a hole in my splash plate here so that I can move it on over. Now, the water source is just a 5-gallon plastic bucket, and I bought a crate, a milk crate right here, so that I can go ahead and stick it on there so it's elevated, you know, more than where it's going to go into the wheels right there. And I just went and hardware wise, I'm going to get down here. I've got a picture of this also so you'll be able to see. But I went ahead and drilled a hole. I got this at the hardware store, and that screwed it in there and then super glued it on this side a little bit and mostly on the other side. No leaks whatsoever and that. And then whenever I need water, I just turn it on and then turn it off right there. It'll follow on through. It gives me enough water. I have no problems in that to get there. And then the drainage, okay, coming into the bottom of the splash plate here goes on down to that bucket right there. And as that gets filled up, then I just take it on outside and dump the water in that. So don't dump it down your drain, because it's going to plug up your sewer system if you do that. Okay, so that's kind of the modifications that I did. Again, you know, you have these regs here in order to keep the water. One, it keeps it a good flow across the wheels. Okay, that's number one. Number two, it keeps it from spraying out, you know, down onto the floor. It used to be like a long line down there. And so that will take care of that. And remember to go ahead and clean this up. Now, one of the things that it does happen is it will come from that hole right there. It'll kind of spray out just a little bit. So I usually will just put a rag right on top of that, so that keeps it from spraying out at me while I'm doing my work. Right. That's about it for the unit. And like I said, that kind of shows you a little bit. I just have a 2x4 that I cut, notched out. I've got a L bracket, putting it down here, and that just swings out. So let me kind of show you. And that there, got it up. Take it off there, and I'll step back just a little bit. Okay, see how that comes off like that? And then that way I can go ahead and change out my sanding paper on my drum, my expandable drum right here. And I use all the way up to, what is it, a 6 micron on my sandpaper. So I go 100 grit, and then 120, 220, 400, 600, 800, and then I do have a 1200 and then a 6 micron and that. So gets a pretty good polish on my stones. And then this was kind of my makeshift right over here with my sanding. I need to kind of redo that so I get it at an angle, and then drill a hole for a drain right down here, so that I don't use much water in there, because I don't want it to go down into the motor and that. So, but you don't really need much water on that. Okay, all right, just kind of show you a little of my collection here, just as a bonus. Okay, you got petrified wood logs that I polished up. Right there, here's another shelf of my displays. Rocks that I polished, cut, geodes. I didn't do the ball, but I bought that. Okay, and here's some more of my collection. More petrified wood. Get it up there. Ooh, wrong way. There. Cathedral agate right there. This is a gem right there. That's nice. I bought that in New Mexico. In Socorro, New Mexico. They have a museum, a mineral museum. I'll post that on YouTube here. Some beautiful things. All right, if you haven't seen the video for my jeweler's workbench, make sure you go and see that. And here's just a few items that I've been working on. Let me get in. I know there's kind of a shadow, but I need to finish out setting these up. So, Dan the Rockman, I hope you enjoyed the video and the update on the sanding machine and that, the DIY, do-it-yourself, okay? So if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. If you have any comments, go ahead and comment. If you'd like to see anything in jewelry making or sanding or polishing, please let me know. And that, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And that, I would appreciate it. And thank you for all the support. And that, I'll have some links for Amazon, and I'll put down some other, there's like Kingsley North and Thunderbird that you can get equipment from. I don't make any money off of Kingsley North or Thunderbird. I just wanted to mention so that you have plenty of opportunity to buy equipment and supplies you need in order to make some beautiful jewelry. All right, thank you very much, and see you guys later. Bye.